Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are, remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another video of the Hockey Coach Guru, Coach FRENCHY for the Hockey Nation Live Show. Today, it's a new series called Let's Talk Habs, the Montreal Canadiens. I'm going to talk today that what they need or what they're looking for resolution for the Montreal Canadiens, the GM, the staff, and of course the players. So don't go nowhere. I'm going to give you what they need for the year 2022 as a resolution for the Montreal Canadiens. Well, before we start, and don't forget to subscribe and please share this with your friends or your member or your family to tell them they have to subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please click on the likes and finally tell us what you think about the resolution for each player. It's going to be a little bit a longer video, but I will do my best to go quickly for each one of them. So let's dive in right away and talking about the Montreal Canadiens, the resolution for the upcoming year. So the first thing I want to mention is Let's Talk Habs series. We're going to start now today for the upcoming 2022. The first thing I want to mention to you is the resolution for 2022 for the Montreal Canadiens as a team together, and this is for George Molson. The team need to win the NHL draft lottery, at least to be at the top 3 minimum. That's what we're looking for. Find a great GM. Right now, my first pick is Matthew DARCHE. My second one right now, I have to go with Ken Hughes. They are my two favorite, two GM for Jeff Gordon. He's going to be pretty sure the next 15-20 days is going to be announced by the Montreal Canadiens. Price return healthy. We want to be Carey Price still with the team and to become healthy. Sign UFA center and a right defenseman. That's what I'm looking for. And trade Gallagher and PETRY. Is it possible? I don't know. But I think with this, I could add a chariot also for the resolution 2022. And finally, hopefully, Jordan Harris, after he complete his NCAA, join the Montreal Canadiens by signing a contract, ELC, with the Montreal Canadiens. So let's dive in here, and I'm going to put myself right here beside you guys so you can a little bit more see me. First of all, I want to mention the first resolution is for Jeff Gordon. I want, as a resolution, retool the team, more rebuild the team. I prefer retool be the great one for me, for the Montreal. Great traits and UFA signature. Like I mentioned, a center and a righty, and then get a couple of traits. I think with Chariot or Gallagher, or maybe both of them, you can get a good return if you trade both of them at some point with friend team. So it'll be really interesting. And then find great staff. Not only as a GM, I will add an assistant GM. I will add also more people on the scout, more people on the analytic team, and then finally more people on the video, and then maybe add one more power skill to a coaching inside the organization from the top to the bottom. So I'm talking about Montreal, Laval, and the Trois-Rivières. Let's move on now for the coach, DOMINIC. For him to have a healthy team, the team need to be healthy. He never had that kind of opportunity for this season, and by this, to prove he is a head coach in NHL. Many of the people think he's not good. He think he don't deserve to be in NHL, everything like that. And everything play against him overall. And I think he's a great hockey coach. He needs to learn like anybody. This is the first time as a full-time head coach in NHL. Like the players they are when they come with a team in the NHL. I think for him, that'd be great. And we wish the best for him to have a better team, health, and also prove he can deserve to be a head coach in NHL with the Montreal or maybe someone else, maybe another opportunity if it's the case happening. Carey Price, recovery, his health. That's the first thing as a human being and also as a goaltender in NHL. We wish the best for his health. Become the top best goalie like he was before in the NHL, the top 5. I believe he's always been that for him, and I hope it will happening. Finish his career with the Montreal Canadiens. That's my wish for him. And many other people think they should trade him. My problem, trade him. You have to retaining money, and the Montreal Canadiens are not in the position. And I will believe you build your team from the back, goalie, defense, and forward. The next one is Jeff Petry. Find his ability and skill. The Jeff Petry we see this year, the Jeff Petry we see the second half of last year, it's not the Jeff Petry we saw before that. And we need to find him, to find also his health. He struggled with health the last, this year and last season. So hopefully he's going to find a way to become a better health during his next couple of months. And then be quiet, show it on the ice. What we want to talk about, Coach? Before the Christmas, he opened up his mouth about the fact, like, blaming players, coaching, everything like that. I think as a leader like he is, I don't think he's like a kind of leader like Weber, Carey Price, or Gallagher. He should more be quiet and show it on the ice, his kind of leadership, carry on the puck, play better, get point on offensive, everything like that. So that will be my resolution for Jeff Petry. The next one I want to talk about is Joel Edmundson. Easy. Be healthy. Come back in the NHL soon you can, Joel. And of course, helping Jeff Petry because he needs you, my friend. No clue how he's missing you, Jeff Petry, Joel. Ben Chariot, you could resign with the Habs, sign with a winning team as a UFA, deserve his money, $16 to $20 million. So what I'm talking about is this part. If Montreal cannot resign him, but they should trade him at the trade deadline, get a first-round pick, and we'll see after that if he can resign with the Montreal Canadiens. Can he want to sign with Montreal? I don't know. Does he want to stay with Montreal? I don't know. But my point to you guys is you can get a first-round pick, I believe, or a solid player in return at the trade deadline. We'll see what Jeff Gordon can go about this. And for me, he's not a defenseman number 2. He's a defenseman number 3 or 4, second pair. The problem with Montreal, if you keep Edmundson, Romanov improving, where you put Chariot, and then you have all those players, the Gaydon Cooley, the Fairbrother, the Harris, the Norlander, all those prospects. I think for me, I know I want me at some point say we should keep him. I think it would be better if you get a first-round pick, you trade Ben Chariot, unfortunately, and see come from there. Alexander Romanov, for him, I wish him keep considering what you're doing. You will maybe the most players with the most improvement during since like the last 12 months inside this organization. He will become the top 4D inside the Montreal Canadiens at 22 years old. I will increase his TOI, more time on power play on the PK. Let him play right now for the rest of the season, guys. Put Romanov on power play. See what he look like. That's a great time right now to have that kind of experience for Romanov. Kulak, Whiteman, Niku, goodbye. Find a new team, and I hope for them to stay in the NHL. I think Kulak is a UFA. Maybe trade him, get a pick for 2023, and then Whiteman may be possible to trade him also. But I don't see 3 of them still in the Montreal Canadiens. I don't see the utility to stay. Now, Whiteman is the RD. Can he stay? Maybe a defenseman 7-8. If you Montreal don't have nothing in the back, you want to come back at 750, that's possible. Otherwise, I will not keep them with the Montreal Canadiens. Forward, Brendan Gallagher, stay healthy. All right. I will, if Weber is retired and Gallagher stay with the Montreal Canadiens, I will name Gallagher as a captain. If not, if it's possible to have a good trade for him, a good return, and for Brendan Gallagher, I would trade him. That'll open up more money to get a first center, and we have enough winger at that moment can take the job of Gallagher. Get back with 25 goals. If he's still in Montreal or he's still in play for another team, Gallagher, he need to come back with 20 to 30 goals per year to find he deserves the money he get right now at that moment to be worth it. So hopefully Gallagher will be that way for the upcoming year. Nick Suzuki, for him, is stop the noise. You go to hear more noise because the people in Montreal, the fans, are always focusing on the money of the player make. Carey Price, too much money. Piquet Subban, too much money. Before it was Weber. It always go that direction over there. I feel like Montreal fans think the players should get only $3 million. It does not work this in hockey now in 2022. Fans, back like you thinking. Be smarter, all right? Let Suzuki grow. Don't talk about money with him. He needs to improve his game like anybody else. He needs to become if he wants to get that kind of money to be a number one center, he needs to play better overall. It's a really difficult time for him to learn to play again the best center every night, night after game, night after night, and game after game. And he needs to improve his defensive side. Be the top center is also leader. We see a kind of leader. He's the only one in Montreal Canadiens so far. He played all the game for the Montreal with no COVID and no injury. I hope he will never get it. But Nick needs to step up a little bit more. But again, I cannot qualify this year about judgment about him because everybody right now is not looking good inside that team. The next one, Cole Caulfield. First, Cole Caulfield to be good in NHL, you need to find the net. What are you talking about? Shoot on the net. Shoot on the net. Shoot every game. An average of 4, 5, 6 shots per game. If not, I don't see an utility of Cole Caulfield. That's what is the best. His ability is shooting on the net with a great wrist shot. Improve his skating. I find the last couple of games, Caulfield is an average below skating. He needs to have a power skating all summer, improve his skating. Then I feel sometimes he's scared about his own abilities. He tried to pass the puck too much. Shoot that puck. Shoot that puck. Shoot that puck. And by trust yourself, believe on yourself, and be more consistency during your game and improve your game also. So that will be the resolution for Cole Caulfield. The next one is Anderson and Dvorak. First of all, both of them have to be healthy. Better season next season. I think they should come like a bounce back for upcoming year for both of them. Become leader. Have a bigger role inside that team as a leader. You never see, guys, you did not see the real Dvorak. Before he got hurt, he was the last 3-4 games prior to that, he was getting better and better. We know we have a -12. I know the Anderson have a minus also. But I hope they can find their health and then prove to the Montreal Canadiens the reason why they want them, because I believe they still deserve, did not show the fans the way they can play in NHL. The next one I want to talk about is Toffoli and Mike Hoffman. Two left winger, both of them win $4 million. Toffoli next year is going to be his last contract with the Montreal. Hoffman, he have one more to go. Both are about $4 million, 4.5. First of all, both need to be more healthy first. They have to bounce back. After a 28 goal, and Hoffman always average 25 goals. This year, they're not going to reach this. So for me, they need to be sure they bounce back. The second thing, the one or two had to move. If not, it'll be really difficult to keep both of them. I think there'll be a great possibility for Jeff Gordon find a team, one Toffoli or Hoffman. The Rand Poulin and the Jesse Yellowlin, both of them start the season with the Laval Rocket. Both of them have a chance went out to stay with Montreal because with the injuries and everything like that around the team. Both of them need to improve. Both of them need to get better. And both of them, they have to show to Jeff Gordon they need to stay in NHL. I still believe Poulin, he showed to me he can stay in NHL as a fourth center by his skill and the big role. He played better and better on the special team like a PK. I think he can improve that and do a little bit more consistency, put the puck a little bit more in the net. I think Poulin deserves to be in the NHL. Yellowlin, maybe another year in American Hockey League, but I see a lot of good things about him. Fast, good shot, but again, he needs to improve. But both of them, I believe, could also play at some point with the Montreal Canadiens permanently. Jake Evan and Artturi Lehkonen. Keep improving. The work ethic they show send they are in NHL pay off. That's the reason they are. They are not the players that can score 20 goals per game per season. about their work ethic, their vision, their IQ, their special team, their face-off, and depending on PK, both of them, keep them in NHL. My point to you is they can capitalize a little bit more when they have an opportunity to score the goal. That will help them to get a little bit more money, to have a bigger contract, and also, of course, stay in NHL. If I was Montreal Canadiens, I would keep both of them. I would never trade them because their work ethic is really good to be around them. Finally, Joel Armia, Paul Biron, Perreault, and Paquette. Time to do something with them. Biron have 1 more year to go. Armia, 2 more years to go. Both of them need to be traded. And unfortunately, it's the end for me for both of them. Armia, it will never be what we expect from him, unfortunately. I think we should, with the money to get both of them at $3 million plus, we should try to trade them and let it go. Perreault and Paquette, unfortunately, they're not good enough to stay with the Montreal Canadiens. The only, I would take a little bit more Perreault before Paquette, a lower $1 million, and Paquette, that's over for me. And hopefully they can stay in the NHL, find a new team to be for the resolution for the upcoming year. And Jonathan Drouin. First of all, a lot of people complaining about Jonathan Drouin after what he got last season to come back stronger this year. I wish him stay healthy. That's the first thing. The second thing, I think he have a better year what my expectation was. Thirdly, I think that Montreal could keep him 1 more year because that's the final UFA contract. Then, or trade him if a team want him at the right trade, or sign him after that as a UFA at a lower price if he wants to stay with the Montreal Canadiens. All those questions, I have no answer yet. But I think for me, we need to be honest here. Jonathan Drouin have a good year overall this year with the Montreal Canadiens. We wish the same thing for the upcoming year, whatever is a Montreal or another team in NHL. Yeah, now here I'm going to disappear. This is all the prospect player you have from the top to the bottom. I'm not going to mention everybody. What we wish for them is improve them to become better at any area they want to, on skating, shooting, passing, IQ, vision, everything. Then hopefully they can play in the NHL and American Hockey League. Already some of them are. Many of them play on the NCAA and CHL, WHL, OHL, QM. We wish the best for them to have a contract with the Montreal Canadiens and continue to improving to get better and hopefully one day to play with the Montreal Canadiens. This is the first video of the series called Let's Talk Montreal Canadiens, Let's Talk Habs. This is January 2nd, 2022. We would just want to sharing with you all the resolution I wish for the Montreal Canadiens for the upcoming year, and see how the Montreal Canadiens is going to do. Until then, my friend, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, click on the likes, and finally tell us what you think about my resolution, or maybe you have other ideas you wish for the team. And finally, of course, you have greatness inside of you. And find a way not only dominate your day, but find a way to dominate your year 2022. Have an amazing, blessing day. I look forward for the next video with the Hockey Coach Guru, Coach Frenchy for the Hockey National Show. Mes amis, ceci termine un autre vidéo avec l'entraîneur Coach Frenchy. Mais avant de vous quitter, je vous demande, n'oubliez pas de vous abonner. Si vous avez bien aimé la vidéo, s'il vous plaît, cliquez sur le petit pouce en haut et dites-moi finalement ce que vous pensez du vidéo. Dites-moi ce que c'est les résolutions que vous aimeriez que le Montréal pourrait avoir pour la prochaine année. Et finalement, je vous souhaite une très bonne, heureuse année 2022. Merci mes amis, on se reparle plus tard pour une autre vidéo avec l'entraîneur Coach Frenchy.